Surfside Live. Come to Surfside. The pontoon's real, I want gas, but I wanna drink beer, wanna talk some grass.
Here we go. Trying to figure out what I do with my hands.
It's like dancing. You're like, I don't know what to do with my hands. All right, well, welcome back to another episode of Surfside Live, the podcast. We are here with the always talented and always lovely MB Padfield.
What's up?
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
The first thing I want to have you do is turn on our on-air light, and you'll see that red button. Right beneath the red button is the black button. Oh, yeah.
Bing.
We're in.
Look at that.
We're on.
We're official now.
Cool.
That's badass. This bus is so sick.
Thank you.
Like, all of that, amazing.
It's bamboo. It's banana leaf bamboo.
Of course it is.
Yep.
It's great.
Yep. I love it. Some coffee bag material.
It's bitchin'.
Yep. It's this is my happy place.
What else do you, other than podcasting, what else do you do in this bus?
This bus was my introduction back into Volkswagens. When I was younger, I had tons of these things, and when I moved to New Hampshire and started the business, I kind of moved away from all that fun stuff because I was so focused on work. And when things started rolling, 6-8 years in, I was like, I need another Volkswagen. And when I was like a kid, I had this exact bus. This is a 71, and I had a 70. Same color, same everything. And I kind of started looking for this specific bus and found it. It was in Lake Havasu, Arizona. It was a complete basket case, cooked in the desert. The thing, it needed literally everything. And I was like, perfect.
I'm like imagining like a Breaking Bad looking.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you could have definitely cooked meth out of this thing when I got it. But yeah, I mean, I'm thrilled you're here finally. We have known each other for a number of years.
Yeah.
And I don't, like we were just talking about, I don't really know a ton about you personally. We've had some great conversations and stuff, but I figured this would be a wonderful opportunity. You just played a brunch set here at Surfside. It was awesome. Everybody absolutely loves you.
Aww,
and we were like, let's get MB on the pod, man, and let's go.
I'm so excited to be here. I watched even before I was on the show, I've watched a couple of the episodes, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. Steve's always doing, for those of you at home, like Steve is always doing something new and exciting. He's always on an adventure, and I'm like, what will he think of next? And it's a podcast, and I love that.
Why not? Let's do it. But this is actually Joe Samba's idea. He was like, dude, you need to do a podcast. I'm like, what? No, I don't. Okay, let me buy some mics.
I feel like that went down like you're on Amazon Prime at 2 a.m. and you're like just ordering stuff.
Yeah, kind of.
I do the same thing too. I get it.
Are you an Amazon shopper? Is that do you get into that?
I've bought some weird stuff on Wayfair at 2 a.m.
Dude, don't get me started with Wayfair. I love Wayfair.
I have like a little monkey light that like hangs from my ceiling that I was like, no, this would be a good idea. I bought one of those. And then there's like my rug on stage. It's this very like cute little circle.
The flowers. Yes.
Telling you.
Yep.
That's where I do my late night shopping is Wayfair.
So aside from music, shopping, what else do you do?
What else do I do? Music is a bit of my life. I'm very much enmeshed with all things music. So when I'm on the road and playing shows like this, so the past 4 months, or I've got 4 months shows, and I have about 140 shows in those 4 months.
Wow.
So I don't have time for much else. So I've come to really love driving.
You do a lot of it.
I'm either driving, moving gear, or setting it up. And playing shows. So I love going. I've been getting into my fitness and changed my mentality to around like music and touring as like I might be a professional athlete now, or at least try to think of myself as such, because with 140 shows and trying to keep my voice healthy and my body healthy, and it's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
I've done a lot of research and a lot of trial and error to find out like what stuff works for me.
Yep.
So I'm into that stuff.
So you are from New Hampshire.
Originally, yeah.
Originally, like Manchester area?
Manchester, but in the summers, I actually grew up not far from here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, like, was it Laconia?
Yeah, on
That's right. I knew that.
On Paugus Bay.
Paugus Bay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I love New England. I love Winnipesaukee.
Yeah, it's beautiful up here. And then you spend the rest of your time out of those 4 months are here, and then you're back in LA.
Yeah, I live in LA, Los Angeles, specifically Studio City, 8 months out of the year, where I'm in the studio and I'm a music producer and songwriter and working on my own artist stuff and helping my friends write their songs too.
Yep. So you just you have a 4-song EP.
Yeah.
What is it called? The Starter? The Start. I'm sorry,
yeah.
The Start. So are those 4 songs going to be on your full-length album, or is the album something completely separate?
I'm thinking the album's going to be something completely separate, but don't quote me on that. I think I'll know once it's more in the final stages. I have most of the albums already recorded. Like, we worked in the studio, and it's a combination of my studio setup and a lot of my other friends' studio setups. So the songs are mostly written. I've still got now I'm going in and doing all the fun parts, which is just editing, cleaning things up, and really putting the final touches. And I'm meticulous.
I was going to ask you, you seem very meticulous, and that's awesome because that's going to show in the end.
100%.
But are you doing all your own production work, entirely, or do friends help you, or
both? I do a lot of it. So there's some songs in the album that I just produce myself, and then I also love collaborating with others, and I've got a really cool network of people that I collaborate with. So
nice.
Yeah, it's a combination, and I don't have a specific process. So sometimes I'll start a song one way, and then sometimes I'll just start a song another way with friends, and whatever happens. If it's good music, it's good music.
Your song Wave Rider is a freaking hit. It's great. I love it. When that song came out, I was like, fucking yes. I'm like, yes. MB's got a freaking banger on her hands here.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. I'll take that.
That one is on the Burger Famous playlist for sure. Aww. It's always on the restaurant here.
I love that.
The video is fantastic. If you want to see MB in a bathtub, go check it out on YouTube. I mean, she's fully dressed and there's ice cubes, but it's awesome. That was such a cool concept.
Thank you. I came up with that. The ice bath video was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done, and it was brutal. And that was my 3rd take.
Oh.
So I filmed this in the middle of December in New Hampshire.
Oh my God.
And quite literally, I got out of the tub. It's this iron clawfoot tub. So even the bottom of the tub somehow feels colder than the ice, just because of how cold the iron is. Wow. And I did it 3 times, and Ben, the director that shot it, he was like, "Are you okay?" Because I was
your lips are purple.
My lips. So they put in 6 or 8 bags of ice the first time, and then after the ice even though I used hose water, it wasn't cold enough, so a lot of the ice had melted. So we had to do it again. He goes, "Just get back in the tub." And I'm like, getting back in the tub. And then we had Stevie run to the store, and he got 8 more bags of ice. So there's 16 full 10-pound bags of ice in that tub.
Impressive.
And then I come out and I'm like, I'm getting chest pains.
I can't feel anything anymore.
No, and I was trying to talk, and my voice would almost come out like I was speaking into a fan. It just wasn't, words were not happening. But it was one of the coolest things I've done. I have not been in an ice bath since. I bet. Is that part of your? Because that was one of my questions. I was curious if you do that on the regular. I guess. Were you doing that on the regular at that point in time? So let's investigate the reasons why. So. One, because it was hard, and I love a good challenge, and I thought this will be good, because I am someone that my friends make fun of me because I always have a heating pad on me 24/7. They all think I'm broken because they're like, "You're in Los Angeles, what do you need a heating pad for?" I'm like, "I don't know, it just helps me focus." And I was like, well, maybe I should try to start to reprogram my nervous system. Right. So I was doing ice baths and cold plunges, although not for necessarily any health benefits, and I guess just more of a for you. Yeah, for me thing. Yep. And also apparently for women, they can mess with your hormones, so I don't know. Oh, really? Yeah, there's mixed evidence, I guess, for men versus women. There's some different pros and cons. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah. So that's something that
I wanted to talk about with you, and I think people will see this in this interview.
Yeah.
You are not a typical girly girl, and I just from
I love that.
kind of knowing you, like,
Yeah.
you know, you're talking with Tyler here about all the gear, and you're like geeking out over like camera settings and audio settings, and you don't see a lot of ladies like that, and that's pretty cool about you. So I was curious, like, have you always been like focused on like weird detail stuff like that your whole life, or is it only the music stuff?
Totally. No, I mean, it's always been through the lens of music, but
Yeah.
what's cool about music is that it pulls in, especially for what I do as like an artist, is that it pulls in, like, I have to get good at the audio things, I have to get good at the video things, I have to get good at all of these things, and there's only one way to do that, and that's typically trial and error and YouTube videos.
YouTube. Get on YouTube. What else you want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I've learned a lot of great things from YouTube, but I've always kind of been like a bit of a tomboy would be too strong of a term. I guess my best friend growing up was my cousin Miles, and you know, we were out doing boy things, and I think I just always found things really interesting. Like the house that I grew up in was a bit of a construction zone, and I would watch my Uncle Leo build the house, and I was like, that looked cool. So I was always more interested in things versus like people so much. I mean, I love people, but things were like really interesting.
You love people too much.
Yeah,
it's all freaking nuts.
I think they're fun, like to a certain point.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Like, what about, like, I mean, you said construction. What about like cars or bikes, or
Totally.
Are you into that stuff? Do you care about that stuff at all?
I was forced to care about cars. Yeah. So my dad had a little used car lot.
I feel like I knew that.
Yeah, they were in the automotive industry, and so I grew up around cars. That was the family business, and that's what they did. And it wasn't like anything crazy, but it was really cool because we would get these really interesting cars. Like, that was his niche, was like used eclectic cars, and even like we'd have customers come in and they'd want like a very specific, like, oh, I want a 79 Chevelle, and like we have to try and go track one of those down.
That's cool.
Yeah, and they would ship cars all around. So I've driven like a lot of different cars. I could drive stick pretty much as soon as I could stand.
Good for you. That's such a dying skill these days. Like, it seems like nobody can drive a stick anymore.
You know, back to the Volkswagen point, the first car I learned to drive stick on was a little yellow Volkswagen Beetle that we had to push to get it to start. I don't remember what year. It looks like maybe mid-70s or something.
Probably.
But it was really cool. And, you know, I dumped the clutch and I'd be like, oh, I gotta get out. Push it again.
I've definitely push-started a Volkswagen or 10 in my life. That's for sure.
Yeah, people don't even know. They're like, you gotta pop the clutch. And they're like, what?
I have that blue one. The camper.
Yeah.
And when I bought that, I bought it in not LA, Ventura.
Yeah.
So I flew out there and I was going to drive it home back to New Hampshire. And I think I was in like Nebraska.
Yeah.
And I'm at a gas station. I fill up gas. I turn the key and it's nothing. And I was like, oh God.
Not today.
And I'm in like literally the flattest place on earth, and I hit it again and it worked, and I was like, okay. So that night I drove the rest of the day, and I pulled into a parking lot that had like this little bit of an incline, and I slept in that parking lot in the back of that thing. And the next morning, by myself, I had to push start the bus. And it was like,
oh God!
It was like I failed on the first attempt, and then I had to push it all the way backwards, and then did it again, and I got it to start. And I don't know how I got it to start, but it started. And then I got to Iowa, and a Napa had the starter on the shelf, and I installed it in the parking lot, and that was the one push start for that bus, and it was like a nightmare to do by myself. But I've push started so many of those things, it's not even funny.
See, that's what I'm so impressed with, people that work on cars that like know what to do with cars, like mechanically. That's beyond me. I just know it looks good. Like, I can I have this weird talent of being able to like match a person to what kind of car they should drive so that they don't look like a douchebag.
Am I in the right car?
Yeah, for sure. Like I could totally see this. I could even see like you with like an old Ford pickup truck, not because you're a cowboy, but just like more like but there's like a retro renegade spirit to that I think would look good on you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have had some classic Ford pickups in my life. I had I think it was a 93 F-150, a nice little square looking one.
Yeah.
That was cool. Yep.
What color was it?
Red and white. It had the white stripe down the middle of it, all bright red.
Labrador hanging out the side.
Totally. But that's funny. Like you're like mechanics. I have no idea. Like it's impressive that people know that, and that's how I feel about musicians, where I look at people play instruments and I'm just like, how do you do that? And I actually was thinking about this morning. I wanted to tell you the story. I was 8 years old and I wanted to take guitar lessons.
Okay.
And I think I took 2 lessons at home. The guy came to the house. My parents set it up. And the guy like intimidated me. I'm 8. He's kind of like, no, you got to do that. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. And I like, I wrote my parents a letter. And I was like, I really appreciate that you guys got me a lesson, but I don't want to do it anymore. And like I thought they were going to get like so upset with me, but they were like
sweet.
Yeah, they were like, no, that's fine. And so it's just such a frustrating thing to try and learn an instrument. And then I took lessons again when I was like in my early 20s, and I did it for like 6 months or a year. And like I could play like chords and I could play along and I know what you're doing to a degree, but to play an instrument like with intent and skill and like it sounds good, it is so beyond my scope of comprehension that it's why I think I have so much respect for musicians, because it's so freaking difficult.
It is so hard, and there's levels to it.
Oh yeah.
And the levels have levels.
Yeah.
I feel you. I also tried to take I took like a handful of guitar lessons when I was a kid, but I actually ran into the same thing where I was just really easily overwhelmed as a kid. Like it's just I had a hard time focusing, and I was really overwhelmed because I started on piano. So to me, I can look at a piano and know exactly where I am at all times, and in a lot of respects I'm actually much more comfortable on a piano than I am on a guitar.
Interesting.
Not that I'm any like
you're no Elton John, but you're okay.
I love that you went to Elton John. That's great.
It was either him or Billy Joel.
That's good.
Or Ray Manzarek. He's amazing.
The
like
Doors,
doing
love that.
2 different things.
I was not that cool. Okay,
no,
I will
not
take
many
Elton
people
John.
are.
I do like rhinestones and bedazzled things, so probably Elton John is the one to go.
Yes, you do like bedazzled things and rhinestones and all that. You're like your pedal board and all that stuff is all
blinged.
Yes, lots of bling. That's what MB is. M bling.
Mega bedazzled.
Mucho bling.
Yeah, I feel you though, because I was like really overwhelmed when I was a kid trying to do guitar lessons, and my older brother played guitar, and he was like, "Don't touch my guitars." But of course, he'd leave, and what would I do?
How much older is your brother than you?
Pretty far spread. We're about 8 years apart.
Okay.
So my parents kind of had like 2 only children in a way.
Oh, cool.
But he was signed to a local label. He was doing like pop punk music at the time.
Cool.
And he doesn't do music now. He's actually going to school to be a lawyer. But he was like really into music, and that's where I got a lot of like my music kind of listening. And he was listening to a ton of like Tool and Audioslave and Soundgarden. And I remember, although to be fair, and I hate to burn him on this, but I stole my first CD from him, and it was Britney Spears. So
nice.
That was his collection.
He probably had a crush on Britney.
I mean,
maybe he liked her in like the public bathroom with no shoes. That might have been the thing. Have you ever seen that clip?
No, what is that?
She like, this is years ago. She was like caught. The paparazzi got her like coming out of a gas station bathroom barefoot, and it was like, oh my God, that's disgusting.
Poor girl.
Yeah.
Do you know like the type of stress you have to be in to forget your shoes in a public bathroom?
Yeah. It's rough.
That is rough. Have you ever done that?
No.
I don't think I've ever done that either.
I barely barefoot in my own bathroom at home. It's like slippers on and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I feel you.
Do you think the music industry like brings that kind of craziness out in people? Like, is it the industry that does that, or is it just the people type, or is it the parents? Like, what do you think?
Such an interesting question. And I think about this a lot because as a touring musician and as somebody that this has been my career. I dropped out of high school when I was 14 to chase music. Like that was like what I was doing.
Did you really drop out of high school?
Yeah.
14?
Well, it's a little more complicated than that. And I don't like I feel weird telling people this because I'm not like any type of like genius, but actually like I finished high school when I was 14. I did 6 years of school in 2 years.
Wow.
I originally was going to be an ER physician. That's what I thought. I was going to be an ER doctor. And I started going to college when I was 14. And then I did like a year and a half, so like 3 semesters of college, had a bunch of like undergrad things, and I was going to go transfer to, and they would call me like Doogie. Like I was quite literally like the weird, like who let the child into the college.
Doogie Howser, MD. What a great show.
And I've never seen the show.
I used to watch it all the time. It was like a primetime show when I was a kid.
Well, I used to watch the show House MD, and I just thought like, whoa, that was cool. This guy like solved like medical puzzles, and I thought that seems like interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like that didn't bore me. And so I actually started playing my first shows in nursing homes.
Really?
I would play on the Alzheimer's unit.
Oh,
for
that's very sweet of you.
Yeah.
That's
they
really
can be
cool.
brutal though, honestly. That's how I know how to handle a crowd. Is like if you can handle an Alzheimer's unit.
Honesty.
They're very honest.
Yeah.
They're very honest. They would know. What was amazing is like music is such this like global process that they would know the words to every song. They couldn't recognize their own family members, but they would like know the words to like some deep cuts.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It's a very, very sad disease.
It is. And there's like a lot of treatments and a lot of like preventative stuff now, and we're getting so much. So like I'm optimistic.
Yeah, hopefully by the time we get to that age.
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably get there a little bit before you. Hopefully they got some more medicine by that point.
Yeah, you're going to be fine. It's good. Everything's going to be fine.
Everything's fine.
Totally fine.
Totally fine. What's my name?
So I like dropped out of high school. So then I decided like, well, I couldn't really, I didn't even get like a technical GED because I was under like the homeschool umbrella. And then I started going to college, like I said, for undergrad for like biology. And then I was playing these shows. And then when I was 16, I got linked in with this booking agent for these cover shows. And at that point, I was working 6 nights a week.
Wow.
And I was playing clubs and every single night. And
was that all New England based?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly in New Hampshire at that time. And like my mom would come with me to the shows. And, she'd get up early for work. She really put in a lot of work there.
Your mom's a cool lady. I've met her a couple times for sure.
She's cool. She was here today.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm only nervous when my mom's in the audience. Sometimes I got to keep her home.
Yeah, I get that.
So I started playing all of those cover shows, and then I started writing, and then I think I wrote my first song when I was like 13, and then I just really liked writing songs, and I had a lot of time to myself because I wasn't in high school, so I would just kind of chase whatever I was interested in.
Did that come natural to you to like write a song? Did you set out like, man, I have to write a song because I'm playing music, I need to write a song? Or was it just like, this is an idea?
Depended on the day. Like sometimes I would get like a really cool idea for a song and then like try to figure out how to make it work, and then sometimes you just kind of get struck by lightning. And
that's cool. How did the Wave Rider song come about?
Let's talk about my depression.
Oh, baby. I'm so sad. Tell me everything.
Okay. It was COVID time. I was in a 2-bedroom apartment with my soon-to-be ex-boyfriend at the time, who was going through, let's say, a political shift.
Okay.
And he was also in the music industry, and he had lost all of his work when COVID hit. And it was pretty brutal. I had my like studio set up in like the living room. Like when I say like music is my life, like quite literally my whole life, I don't have like a kitchen table. Like music was my living room.
Nice.
And I was really depressed, and I was trying to figure out like, being in Los Angeles was a huge adjustment because being in New England, I was playing shows every single night of the week, and I was out and I was playing to audiences and crowds, and I could get like a lot of real-time feedback that I was on the right path.
Right.
And then when I went to Los Angeles, whatever the inverse of that is,
Yep.
is what I got. And I was hanging with some really serious cats. Like, I was feeling all types of ways about like, oh man, like constantly comparing myself to others and like just trying to figure out like what am I doing with my life. And the whole song Wave Rider was like basically me just like quite literally staring at the ceiling, being like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. Like, is music even for me? Because I'm looking out and I'm seeing all these other like musicians that are phenomenally talented, and even they're not making it.
Yep.
So like, where does that leave me? And the mind games, the mental pretzel that I really had myself twisted in.
Mental pretzel. What a great term. A mental pretzel.
Yeah, little Auntie
I
Anne's.
feel like I'm gonna sit with that for a bit. I'm in a mental pretzel today. I like that.
But yeah, I was like
I think
struggling.
I think that self-doubt is the number one thing everybody battles with, because you know, like with this, am I good at this? Is people gonna watch it? Like, it's all these things, and
they all do, and it's all fine, and all that
you
stuff is
see
just
it
in
like,
your
of
head.
course, Steve, of course they're gonna watch it. This is great, but in my head, you know, does my hair look weird with the headphones? Is this like da-da-da-da-da? Like, it's just all these things that are in your head, and you have to just
totally get it.
stay away from that.
Totally get it. And I also like, at the time, I was a lot more active on my social media, where I was getting like internet haters, and I was like not ready for that. Like that was like
From your music, you
from
mean,
my
like
music
reactions of the music.
Yeah, and I would like weird ones. Like, I had like Sylvester Stallone's brother was like shit talking me, like multiple comments for a while, just being like, well, if I showed up wearing a bikini. By the way, I was in a full sweater, but he would just like post on my Instagram like, well, if I showed up in a full bikini, I would get this type of attention too. And I'm like, has anyone ever actually seen a show I play?
Wow, people are nuts, dude.
Crazy.
Nuts.
Crazy.
Freaking haters, man.
But back to your question, your point of like, is it the industry, right? Like, I have to make the mental choice to believe that like it's no. Like, I am very aware that things change and people change, and I feel like most of the very successful people that I've been around, I can see the adaptations that they've had to make in their own lives in order to create a sense of normalcy. And like, you know, the pressure makes a diamond in a certain way. So I try to be really, I mean, I like surround myself with good people. It's like mostly chill.
So important.
Every once in a while you get like a real D-bag. I mean, we've talked about my DMs.
Yeah, that was my next point. Like, I'm very curious, being like, you're a young woman, you're attractive, you're talented, but that Sylvester Stallone's brother being like
such a douchebag
like,
to me.
That makes me mad.
I've never met him.
It makes me mad, and I don't even know what happened. But like, how is being a woman in this industry? Is it more difficult for you, or do you see it as more doors open for me because I'm a woman?
I don't know. I think it really depends, and it really depends on like how I'm feeling too. For sure there's differences, like there's pros and cons, but I was never in it for the attention and to like be like, I'm just gonna be hot. Yeah. Like that never really did it for me.
It wouldn't work.
I'm way too nerdy for that. Like, I'm like, look, I've got all these pedals, and like I've got this like thing, and so I would say like, yeah, I think the hardest part for me, which kind of makes me sad personally, is like there's so many dudes that I would love to be friends with,
but
I
can't handle it.
Well, no, I would just say like, it's like the good dudes, I don't want to put them in a weird position. Like, if they've got like wives or girlfriends, or even if they like, I don't want them to put them in a weird position. And then also like, it's different. Like, if I was a dude, I could go and hit up, be like, hey Brad, you want to go play golf or whatever boys do.
Dudes named Brad play golf. Totally.
And it wouldn't be weird, but if I go, hey Brad, you want to play golf? You know, it's a different thing. And I'm like, now I gotta go play golf with some dude named Brad, but I just want to be friends and talk about guitars.
Yeah.
So there's that, and I think that like that whole tone is so changing. It really is. Like, I don't want to scare any women away from being in the music business or the music industry, because like 95% of people you meet, and dudes are good. Like, don't go into this business thinking like they're all creeps and all weirdos and they can't handle you. It's like, first off, just be really self-aware of the energy that you're coming off on, because that will change somebody's interaction with you. Not always, but I for sure, like, there's some rock zaddies that maybe
I think 95% is a good. It's like thinking about like all the dudes I know in music and stuff, like they're good dudes. Like
totally, they mean well.
There's always one creepo here or there, but like for the most part, dudes are good.
I think so too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get canceled for saying this, but thank you so much. I would say, like, I think dudes for the most part get a really bad rap, especially in the music industry. And I also think, like, going in with that mentality, one, like, as a woman, will increase your anxiety, and two, like, you got to be smart. Like, don't be silly and like put yourself in vulnerable positions.
Right.
Anyways,
switching gears a little bit. Like you'd mentioned, you don't have a kitchen table, but you got music stuff. But like I do know, because I follow you on social media, that you do like to cook.
I do. And
I kind of wanted to talk about that because I do own a restaurant, and I was curious. Like, I know a lot of times Instagram stories, I'm seeing short ribs.
Oh,
and I wanted to talk about that a little bit.
I love this. Yeah, short ribs are great. I love using the Instant Pot for short ribs.
Yes.
They're so fatty. I don't know if I've fully perfected my short rib recipe. I struggle with them because if I do them low and slow in the oven, you know, it's kind of like spinach. It's like what's left of the short rib is so tiny.
Yep.
But
so the Instapot is how you cook them.
I like with the Instant Pot because it goes fast and it gets like the fat rendered out because of the pressure versus like trying to just going on heat.
I recently bought one of those like a year or so ago for my camping bus. But
what have you made in it?
Honestly, I used it one time and I made rice. I pushed the rice button. And it worked great, but I've yet to do anything else with it.
I really like it. I didn't know that you could burn stuff with an Instant Pot, so I tried to make chili one time and like got a burn notice on the whole thing was burnt, and I was like, all right, I guess it's not that. I'm more of a cast iron girl. Mm-hmm. That's my jam.
I love cast iron.
Recently, carbon steel, just because they're like a little lighter for me to pick up. Mm-hmm. Doesn't bother my wrist as much.
Yeah, those suckers are heavy. Yeah, they're heavy.
What's your favorite thing to make in a cast iron?
A steak.
Yeah. What's your cut? What's the
I usually go for like a ribeye. I like ribeyes and medium rare. I like to I've tried different things. Like sometimes you get these like really fat ones and you can like sear them and then put them in the oven to like finish them off. Like I've tried so many different things, and sometimes it works out great, and other times it's like I wouldn't do that again. But that's life, you know. You got to try.
Right. It's I feel you. It's like not all cuts of meat are the same, even if you're getting a ribeye too.
Right.
I wish I had like the meat whisperer thing, but you know what I did get, and is like one of those probes that stays in.
I was just gonna say that. Yep.
Life changing.
It is
life-changing.
Everything. If you're cooking meat out there, any kind of meat, you get one of those probes. You slide it in there. It goes in the oven. You can watch on the screen, and then this is kind of something I learned not that long ago, is like you can take a steak out and let it rest, and it'll go up like 8 more degrees while it sits there on the countertop. So you don't want to overcook your steak. It's a no. So what temperature do you pull it at? What's your go-to? I can't remember exactly. I feel like it was like around 119, 120, like take it out, and then it finishes off like right around 130, a little under 130.
I'm same on that.
Yep.
It depends. Like I like to let ribeyes cook a little bit longer, just because I feel like they get so. I don't like chewing on fat. I like to have melted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. What other cuts do you like? Do you
ribeye, filet mignon?
Filet,
yeah, I'll do filet mignon. They're so tiny.
Yep.
I love a good sear on a steak, and then I always overcook it.
Yep.
So they're really hard.
It's easy to overcook a filet. Yep.
Yeah, I'm into that. Ribeyes are usually my go-to.
Nice.
My go-to cut.
Well, if the music thing doesn't work out,
I can always.
We'll open a steakhouse.
Can we?
Yes.
What are we gonna name it?
I don't know.
Steak Sad.
Steak Sad?
Steak Side.
Steak Side.
Steak
yes,
Side.
I like that.
I like this. I would go into business with you. I feel like this would be fun.
Yeah, we would have fun.
We could like have a podcast about steak.
We could try all these different techniques and then talk about what worked, what didn't work.
Right. We should try like crazy things, like trying to like boil a steak. I don't know. Like, I don't know if that doesn't. I immediately regretted that as that came out. By the way.
Yeah. I don't think I would boil a steak. I don't think I would. But I mean, that's what I did here. Like every burger has some wild concoction on top of it, and it's like, why wouldn't you try that?
I know. So where do you get the inspiration for your recipes? We know where you get the inspiration for the names, but
yeah, it's like if you're a musician, you're going to learn how to play your instrument. You're going to want to play it as good as you can, and you're going to try to make it sound as good as you can make it sound. And that was pretty much how, like, so when I bought this place, I had never been in a restaurant aside from eating in a restaurant. I'd never worked in one. I just would cook at home and, like, you know, on the grill. That was like my thing. And it was all like, I'm just completely self-taught with it. And, you know, same thing, YouTube, like, what is actually the proper way to cook a burger? And you look and you watch and you realize that literally nobody does it right. Yeah. And you just start, you know, I was in the kitchen 7 days a week for 6-7 years back there. Wow. And, like, you know, developed the whole menu. It's like, well, we need a Chipotle sauce. Like, how are we gonna, let me find some recipes. And I tried like 3 or 4 different ones, and then the one that I got was like, oh yes, this is my sauce right here. And then it just was like, well, let's try this and try that, and it just turned into, it's gotta just make sense. It has to make sense. So some people, I've seen things on people's menus where I'm just like, what are you thinking? Like, what is this? Like, what are you trying to prove?
Right.
Like, just because you can put that on your sandwich doesn't mean you should. Like
hamburger teriyaki ice cream.
Yeah, no.
Like, all of those are great things, but not together.
I'll give you, when I bought this place, we used to make homemade ice cream here, and one of the girls that worked here when I bought it, she was like, you should put bacon in one of the ice creams. And I was like, really? That's a good idea. So I came up with maple bacon fudge. Ooh. And it was maple, like a homemade maple ice cream, which was made with homemade maple syrup that I got locally.
Cool.
And we used to get this fudge. It was like it came in this bucket from Texas, this company in Texas, and it's like this very thick fudge that is to die for. It is the best tasting chocolate fudge you could ever imagine. And it like, you drizzle it into the ice cream as it comes out of the machine.
Okay.
And it creates like this ribbon through the ice cream box.
Okay.
And then we just put, like, I would cook up like 2 pounds of bacon and chop it up into like little bits.
Yeah.
And dump that into the machine.
Cool.
And like, maple syrup, bacon, and fudge. It's kind of like, but magic. It tasted amazing.
I could imagine that. Full disclosure, I'm a bit of a maple syrup connoisseur. I'm very much into maple syrup, but I don't like chocolate.
Okay.
So if anything has chocolate, when I was a kid, I bit into what I thought was a blueberry muffin, but it wasn't, and just my brain rewired. And now, I can't stand the taste of chocolate or coffee.
Oh my God. Wow, that's
can't do
weird.
it.
Your MB is weird.
I am. I'm like the good weird, not like school shooter weird, but just...
Is that why you're wearing a trench coat today? It's 90 degrees. I'm like, what's with this chick?
Hardcore Steve. This is just me now.
Wow, no coffee, no chocolate.
Yeah.
Man, all right.
I was into I loved Red Bull for a time. I went way overboard on Red Bull. I liked caffeine. I just flavors, in particular. That's all.
All right.
But I don't really hate anything else. I don't know if I would, I'll be honest, a scoop of, as good as that in theory would sound if I liked chocolate, a scoop of that ice cream would ruin my day. Yeah. Because I just wouldn't be able to stop tasting it.
Yep.
But maple syrup, being from New England,
yep,
I try to go to LA and get maple syrup, and it's no.
Stick with Aunt Jemima out there.
Oh, I found the best maple syrup as a New Englander, is the Trader Joe's one out
Really?
there, or I go to Home Goods, and sometimes they have the Ben's Sugar Shack
Oh, okay.
maple syrup.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a
My-
hack for you at home.
My old neighbor, where I was living here in New Hampshire, he had his own like little sap house that he built.
Yeah.
And he used to give me the grade B syrup, like the heavier stuff. I guess it comes out towards the end, I
Yeah.
think, is a little darker, a little heavier.
Yeah.
And that is what I used to use in my ice cream recipes, was that grade B. And it was very, very heavy in it, but it worked well with ice cream because you're only putting a
Right.
little bit in to get the flavor. So that worked out well. But have you ever been to Polly's Pancake Parlor or Polly's Pancake Cottage? I think it's
That's
Parlor.
not. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Keller House.
No,
What's-
Keller House is like right here,
here.
in Laconia in the Weirs, but Polly's is up in Sugar Hill.
Okay, no,
With
I don't
Sugar
think-
Hill, which is more maple syrup stuff, but you should go up there.
I should go up there, Polly's, and they've got maple syrup.
Polly,
Polly.
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 Yeah.
All right, I'm making
They've
a
got
stop.
like this whole like pancake thing, and
Cool.
you go up there in the fall on the weekend, and you're 100 people deep just to get in the place.
Ooh, do they have like, I don't know what the term is, fantasy pancakes, where it's like, cinnamon toast crunch? And
I know
stuff?
they have a bunch of like a huge variety of fun up there.
Cool.
You should bring your Steve up there and get him some maple syrup and some pancakes.
Absolutely, I love that.
So does your guy come to New Hampshire in the summertime with you, or
He
is it
does.
kind of commute, or?
Yeah, he commutes. He's also in the music biz, so he's out there. He makes records. He's a music producer and mixer, and he's
Sick.
badass. He's so cool.
I want to meet him.
I can't believe you haven't met Stevie yet. That's wild to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually just got engaged.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, thank you. I'm
Congratulations, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's been really wonderful, and it's cool. I think I always was like nervous to date, especially after my last musician dating incident.
Yep.
I was like, I don't know, I want like a regular, like give me a regular one.
Yep.
But things happen and you find your person, and it's cool that we have that type of thing in common. And
That's awesome.
yeah.
Congrats.
And we thank you. Yeah, we work together, but not always, and it's cool. Like he's off and doing his thing. He's killing it. He's like he's a mixer, which is a different
Yep.
like flavor of musician. He's more like the technical space.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's cool. I've learned a lot, and he's learned a lot.
That's the
Yeah.
beauty of a relationship. You learn from the other person.
Yeah.
You learn from, whether it works out or
Yeah.
not, you learn a lot about yourself, and you learn a
Totally.
lot about other things that you would never normally know about, because you're
Right.
only you.
And people are ingredients, right? And like some people are like peanut butter and chocolate, and some people are hamburger teriyaki ice cream. Yeah,
And some people are just dumb, and that's it. No, I'm kidding.
well, yeah, I think like, man, self-awareness and like personal growth is such a thing in my life, and it's been, I feel like, and I'm gonna like out myself real quick, because I feel like for a little bit, especially when I was like 16 to 18, I was like in this weird space where I was an adult but not an adult. Like I was expected to act like an adult, but I didn't have like the emotional adult skills, because I dropped out of high school when I was 14. So I had so much that I had to like account for, really. And it took me like a lot of that's why I love podcasts, and like I read a ton of books.
Yep.
Like a ton of, I don't love like the Tony Robbins self-help stuff, but I like even the whole Wave Rider video of like doing the ice bath. It was important for me to like challenge myself, like those types of books. And
Totally.
I've had so much growth with that, and that's been amazing.
Yeah, we've chatted, time and again when you're here about stuff, and it seems like you're kind of like not that typical girly girl. Like
Yeah.
you're into the podcasting and the weird topics, and so
For sure. I love being a girl, right? Like, but if I'm being honest, like there's a lot of, I'm kind of like a bit of a tom girl, and I never fully felt like I fit in with,
I like that, a
other
tom girl.
I was a bit of a tom girl. So
Yep.
it was like, I could do like gymnastics and dance, and I loved all that, and I loved wearing makeup and being pretty, but I was also really interested in things, and I was like
Yep.
kind of more of like an engineer type mindset. But to be honest, like my whole family is very much like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is just what you get.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
It's
cool.
what you get.
So, like, what else, like, with YouTube and the podcast, like, what's your favorite, like, subject matter to listen to and watch?
Depends on what mood I'm in. Right now I'm going through like a huge AI phase. I mean, who's not? If you're into podcasts, you're kind of forced to. Yeah. I just think it's so interesting. I don't know about you. I feel like maybe you're similar, where like you'll go through phases of like, I'm gonna really dive deep on this like one subject, and then like 2 months later it's like maybe the next thing. Is that at all?
It depends. I was actually gonna ask you if you've ever dove into like crypto.
No.
Okay.
Trading, yes. Crypto, no. I am a pretty boring investor. Like, it's not sexy what I invest in, like Apple, Tesla.
Yeah.
You know, like it's. Although you know what I did buy into, which was one of my cowboy stocks. It was the first stock I bought, which was like Virgin Galactic. I'm losing a ton of money on it now, but it's fine. But I was like, yeah, I want to go to the moon. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, I kind of get into. I've gotten kind of into crypto.
Cool.
I'm into. I love all the weird shit like UFOs and aliens and like what are some other great topics? Like just like the ancient alien stuff to me is so. I feel like we don't know. We think we know, but we don't know anything. Is how I feel about it.
Totally. Have you ever speaking of aliens, I don't know if this was made by aliens, but I'm skeptical that was made by Egyptians. Have you ever heard of a schist disc?
Nope.
It's this really crazy precision milled disc. Maybe we could get a picture of it, but Jamie, pull it up.
That's you, Tyler. Damn it.
But it's like this really crazy disc, and it's like precision milled out of some like really hard stone, and they found it in some temple or like pyramid underground, something or other in Egypt, and like nobody can tell you what it is, what it does. It looks like a weird hubcap, but it's really cool and it's crazy, and like the precision of it and like the thinness is like, you're trying to tell me somebody with a chisel made that? Like, I'm not stupid. All right,
couldn't agree more.
I'm not stupid.
I think that there are some very unknown things out there,
right? Like, why can't we just accept that there's question marks? Everybody's got to have an answer for something, right? Why can't we just accept that, like, maybe we should investigate this a little bit more? I'm not saying that aliens made it, but I'm also not saying that, like, maybe what we think of aliens was just a civilization before our civilization. Like, the Earth is really, really old. It's a lot older than you think. Like, I'm supposed to be like the first, mammal with opposable thumbs that came up with that idea. I don't know. If
there was a cataclysm, so to speak, or some kind of just complete, our civilization gets blown to dust. Is there going to be anything left where 5,000 years from now, or however long, the next group of people come along and they find, like, what's this thing? This is like this thing. What is this? Like, wouldn't something show up? Like, is that what that disc is? Is that like, finding this in the woods? And
let me pull up a picture. You got to see this. It's crazy. Right. Like, how do they know?
Have you ever seen the Roswell Rock? I think that's what it's called. The Roswell Rock.
No.
Roswell Stone. Roswell.
Look at this. It's called the Disc of Sabu. Right? Like,
yeah, we'll have to
like,
pop
that
a picture
was
of that
made
up
with
there.
a chisel. I don't know what the time of it is. I'm not. It says Second Dynasty, 2750 to 269 BC.
It's not that long ago,
right?
2,500 years ago.
Just 2,500 years ago, they were making. But it's weird. Like, I guess with ancient Egypt, like, the technology gets like oddly in reverse as the time goes on. Yeah,
they have like those engravings on the wall. It looks like a giant light bulb. You ever seen that?
No.
It's like looks like a giant light bulb with the filament inside of it.
Have you ever been to Egypt?
Nope, but I
want to go so bad.
I mean, so do I. I would go to Egypt in a second. It's definitely.
Can we take the bus?
We could. We could ship it over there and cruise up to the pyramids.
Can we make this a write-off? Like,
definitely.
We just really want to go to Egypt.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was this on the Ancient Aliens History Channel show. There's that dude Giorgio,
Yeah.
he goes and meets up with this kind of like rough around the edges guy, and he's like a self-proclaimed rock hound. And he's like, I went out to the crash site in Roswell, and I found this rock, and it's like, it's about like 2-3 inches by like an inch thick, and it's got like this outward, it's like embossed on the rock.
Okay.
Is this design? It looks like kind of a crop circle sort of design. And they try to recreate it with modern, like with lasers and sandblasting, and they tried to, he's like, this is obviously like man-made, it's new, it's not. And so they couldn't remake it, they couldn't recreate it. And it has like magnetism in it, where if it's sitting on a table and you take a magnet and you like get close to it, the rock starts spinning by itself. It's so crazy. It's so freaking cool. You got to check that thing out.
That sounds so cool.
There's a lot of cool stuff like that out there that
Right.
really gets me going.
And I love how it's like, I just love the curiosity of it for me. Like, I think more than anything, like, I'm just a really curious person. Like, I love to learn stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, feed me the weird information.
Yeah,
like, I could talk for hours.
It's fulfilling to like learn stuff, especially when the older you get set in your ways, you know how everything is, and
Right.
things become mundane to a degree, and then you learn about some magnetic rock that was found in a crash site from aliens, and it's like, I'm into that.
Right. It's like magic for adults.
Yep.
Right. Like, to me, that's how I feel about it. Like, I love reading, and I always love, like, no, I take everything with a grain of salt. I don't believe everything I read. I don't believe like everything I hear. Like, I don't believe everything I hear on a podcast. I may not even believe some of the things on this podcast. I don't know.
There's a lot of bullshit here,
No,
totally.
I love it. I think we need to add more bullshit into our lives. I think we take ourselves really seriously, and I think that like puts a lot of stress and pressure on people. Like, let's just have fun and not take it too seriously.
We definitely need to have more fun.
Yes. I love that.
Yep.
So what are you doing for fun these days?
I'm into cars. I like my cars. I have the blue one. I have a couple of Bugs. I have a 78 Dodge van now that I found in a local junkyard, and it's all original paint, and it's like a total like creepy hippie, like, hey little boy, I got candy type of van.
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. I got it running, and I'm driving it around, just kind of getting a feel for something I want to keep. And so just like, that's to me is like, I have so little desire to go out and buy like $100,000 pickup truck. Like, totally. I'd rather have 5 classic cars instead.
Yeah.
And it's just, that to me is way more fun.
Now, do you own your dream car, or is there a car out there for you that you're still?
Always more cars. There's always more cars. There's
Ooh, that's a bee right there, just so you know. A hornet?
Oh, hey bee.
Oh,
he's
okay,
taking
that's
off.
good.
He's like, I'm done. There are several Volkswagens that I still want to get. I've always wanted preferably a 64 Impala. Like, I want to be Dr. Dre. Like, I want hydraulics. I want bass. I want to just cruise and listen to Dr. Dre in my 64 Impala, and just they're the coolest cars.
Super cool.
Ever. Like, they're just the coolest. And there's so many. There's a number of cars like that. And as far as new cars go, I would do like a 911. Like,
classic.
Like they're like the most beautiful car.
Porsche makes Porsche, what I love about Porsche is like, it's such a classy car, and it's one of those things where like, not every, like, it's a real car, and like that engine, and like it's a really great, what I'm trying to say is it's a really great merge of like the lines. And I care less about specs. I love just more like the design of cars.
Yep.
Porsche is my favorite.
Yep. They're beautiful.
They're stunning. I mean, it depends on for what occasion and like what type of person in a Porsche, but you're pretty safe if you got money to spend. You're pretty safe buying a Porsche, because it's like, you won't look like a douchebag. There's some cars that like you can really get yourself in trouble with like a Lambo.
Yeah,
like,
that's like an extreme case.
Yeah.
Like, you just look like a douche in that thing. And
Porsche's got some class.
There's a guy that I see cruise around here, and he's got a convertible Porsche 911.
Cool.
And I'm just like, you're not that much of a douche. That's a beautiful car. Like, it's just a classy, it's like a nice color.
Yeah.
And
color matters.
Yes.
Color
yes,
matters.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. I could see that for you. I could see you as like a vintage Porsche guy. I think you'd have more fun with one of those.
Well, I mean, Volkswagens are
yeah,
the notch down from the vintage Porsche.
Kind of close.
Yeah, they're close. That's where it started. But I would love to get some vintage ones too. But I don't know. Yeah. I'm building a barn right now.
Okay.
It's
for cars or animals?
For me.
For you.
It's going to be my house.
Whoa.
But also my cars.
Cool.
And it's I found I'm working with a barn builder.
Okay.
His name's Josh Hino. He's actually an ex-BMX racer.
Cool.
From about 20 years ago. YouTube Josh Hino, and you'll see some sick tricks.
Cool.
But he's now a barn expert, and he's we located a post and beam frame from 1804. It was down in Northwood, New Hampshire, and we dismantled it. He brought all the beams to his shop, and he like restores each beam one by one. And I'm about a week or two out from the foundation being poured, and then this frame will get built on top of it.
Cool.
And then they encase the old frame with like a new building.
Okay.
So when you're on the outside, it's going to look kind of like a new structure, but on the inside, you're going to see all of the post and beam stuff, and it's going to be all the vintage exterior wood will be used for like the interior walls.
Whoa.
So when you're in it, it's going to feel like you're in a vintage barn, which you are.
So it's like barn dough from the outside, and like really rustic on the inside?
Yep.
Cool. What are you thinking for like interior design? Sorry, these are the questions I ask.
Great questions. I don't want any sheetrock. I don't want any paint necessarily. Maybe some highlighted stuff, but I want the building to be the building.
Yeah.
And then use the furniture and stuff to be the, the color, if you will.
Right.
I want to do like the kitchen. I want it to be a commercial kitchen. I want to be able to cook like I'm cooking here.
Whoa, cool.
I want to have like a heavy duty flat top and grill and just like
so
really
you can
cool
like
stuff.
Work on recipes, or so that you can like you're turning
entertain. I want to be able to like really spend time cooking and making things from scratch, and like I'm gonna have like a little brewery in there, like make my own beer, which is something I used to do years ago. I want to get back into that. And like the bathrooms, I'm thinking like concrete floors. Like I was in a campground one time in upstate New York, and you could have come in this campground bathroom with a garden hose to clean it. Like it was just concrete walls, concrete countertops, but it was like polished concrete.
Yeah, like if you pair that with, I don't know if this tracks, but like some like copper pipes that are like exposed, and like more like the rustic kind of built like acacia, is it acacia wood? Like the one that's like kind of like red a little bit.
I'm not sure.
That could be cool in there.
Yeah,
you can make it like still look nice and put together and designed, like without making it look like a...
I'm thinking kitchen, like no cabinets, really just shelving and having things out in the open.
Very cool.
It's very open concept. And so the other cool thing about it is it's kind of built into a slope. So the garage will have all my cars. Yeah. And then you come around the next level up, and you'll be able to enter the main living level, but I'll be able to pull a car in.
Cool.
So I'll be able to have a car in my house. And
fun.
The floor above that, my bedroom will have a railing instead of a wall.
Cool.
So I could get out of bed and like
peer down,
look over and see my car and like my first level of the house. So it's just different and
you're
fun.
Living like every 8-year-old's dream right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely still an 8-year-old. That's a fact. Definitely.
It's like I want to wake up every morning. I want to get out of my race car bed, and I want to.
Pretty much.
I love you so much. Like, this is not me shitting on you.
No,
this is great.
You're 100% right. I get it.
No, but I think, like, I see you, the way I've always kind of seen you is, like, Steve's kind of like a creative. And you've got to like, I think you've got to build stuff.
Yep.
Like, just let the boy build, you know?
That's very
and
right.
I feel like if you do that, like, you're gonna have a lot of fun with life, and then that's gonna give you like the other, like, it's gonna make the stability and all the other things that surround life much more fun.
I agree.
So I love that for you.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited for this cool barn dough.
Same.
I would want to build, like, that would be my dream too. If I could, I would love to build a house.
Yep.
Like, would love.
Like
and
being
design
involved
it.
in the details.
Like
Yep.
swinging a hammer.
Yep.
I want to build a house. I want to say, like, no, you see that thing there? I did it. Like,
Yep.
I can hang drywall, all right?
Yep.
I know how to finish.
Good for you.
What I want to do, though, is build like a really badass studio that has like multiple control rooms and like have the studio be part of the live thing. I would love to do like a barn dough thing, but maybe less rustic and more on like eclectic type of vibe. But I mean, I would need a recording studio. I need like a garage, obviously, for my very expensive cars.
Yeah,
this is like
I was going to ask you, like, what
mode.
is MB becomes a successful millionaire? Like, so you'd have this in-home studio with your expensive cars beneath.
Well,
What
okay,
else?
let's back up. Before, if I became a millionaire, like, there's so many things I would want to do, and like so many things I would want to build, and like I want to go see Egypt.
Yep.
Right, like, which I don't necessarily need to be a millionaire for, but I'd love
Definitely
to
a thousandaire. You gotta be.
I gotta be I need like one more zero in my bank account. So I would love to do that. And then the other thing that I would really love that I think would be so cool is like being able to bring artists and musicians together and like creating a space that's helps bridge the gap between the live shows and studio.
Yep.
There's so many people in the music business right now that I think are doing really interesting things, there's such a divide between people that go to live shows and people that make records. Like, me trying to tell my Los Angeles friends who the Elevators are or who Ripe is, they'd be like, we don't know who that is. But it's like they will sell out way more shows than any of the biggest records that some of, the people I try to explain that to are making. So I'd love to try to like help those two sides of my world really collide, because I have so many friends on the live show side and then so many friends on the studio side, but it's hard to get them together. It's two different languages.
Sense. Yeah, it makes sense. That
so
does, yeah.
I want to do that. I want to build a really badass studio. I'd love to like design something really cool. I love I love just building things. I'm a very creative person, so I'd love to like design some sort of like barn dough that has enough room for entertaining for like friends and family, something that you can have a real big long table in.
Yes.
I think that would be awesome.
Yes.
And then
serve everybody short rib.
Right, and then a back house that I can have like my friends and family stay with me and like mooch off me, and I'll like pretend that I'm like annoyed by it. But it's cool because they're because they're around. I would love that, like a back house for my mom.
Nice.
And then like another back house for my dad, but like on separate
Separate sides.
separate sides. No, they're cool. They're chill.
That's cool.
So I think like that would be really cool. And I mean, just making more music, but not having to feel pressured to make music too. That would be I think the real freedom.
What do you think is the biggest thing, the biggest mistake that musicians make that when they're trying to make it? Is it just like the lack of authenticity? They're trying to do something that they're not. Would you say that is the answer, or is it more than that?
I would venture to say it's probably more than that. I think everybody and every person comes into the music business with a different set of pros and cons. And some people try to address those and some people don't. And I think there is no blanket statement that you could say like, oh, this artist just needs to do this, this, and this, and that's what all artists need to do. Because there are some artists that
everybody's different.
Yeah, and I would even venture like some artists maybe should be a little less authentic, in a certain way, because it's like people don't get it. And then I think you have other artists that, like, hey, you just really need to focus, man. Like let's focus on the things that matter. And I get it, because like I'm not perfect by any means, and I would love to be able to have like a bigger team that can help me really like guide. I make so many decisions every day. And like it would be wonderful to have like a team and management to really like bolster that, because I have so many things I want to do. And I don't need a babysitter. I need like a boardroom of like people that I can really bounce ideas off of and say like, who do we know that can, like, if I wanted to launch a maple syrup company, like help me make that happen. And then musically, I would love to be able to open for I think I was telling you earlier, it's hard for me to find people to open for because I have such like a very niche sound. Like I'm rock, but I'm not like sleep
Well,
token.
you got that sleeve, man.
Right.
Rock and roll.
All you need is a sleeve, and they think you do rock music. Although I do. I'm like rock adjacent. I mean, I'm in the alternative space, and I love that. But you know, it's like I'm also friends with a lot of like the reggae people that we're friends with, and
Yep.
and
That's how I know you.
Yeah, through Samba. I by the way, I think Joe Samba is just like the best.
Isn't
One
he
of the
the
best human?
Love him.
You want to know a funny story?
It wouldn't be a Surfside Live podcast. We didn't mention Joe at least
Right.
once.
If there's a bingo card, like Joe Samba is like the center square.
Yeah.
He is the free space, and I love him so much. He's insanely talented musician.
He is, yeah.
And on top of that, he has no business being as nice as he is.
He should be big and scary and just punch people out.
But I have so much respect for Joe. Talk about like really good dudes in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just a good dude. And I remember he actually hit me up back in the day. This was like 15 years ago. He hit me up to do a car commercial. He goes, "Hey, you got to come in and do this car commercial." So we were doing Subaru commercials
That is
together.
so cool.
And he hooked it up, and he's always been a homie from day one. I think like sometimes you meet other artists and like you see where they're at, and they're like, oh no, like you see that they're on the path. Right, and you just kind of like you click, and I felt that way where like I felt seen on my path too by him, and that's where like I had so much respect for him for doing that.
Nice.
Because I get it, like sometimes you can meet all like the people that are already successful or that are already got their lives together or whatever, and if you're not quite at that level, it's sometimes be like at times like a little weird, or I would feel weird about it, be like no, like just give me like 2 more years. Give me 2 more years. Like I've got all these things I want to do.
I think that a lot of the general public thinks that they'll see somebody perform and be like, why aren't these guys famous? Like they're so good. And, or like you'll see somebody be like, well, they would be famous if their songs were better, or something very like small-minded like that. And people don't realize like the amount of work that goes into the big picture, and that's something that I've learned from Joe. Like you can have the best songs in the world, but if you don't have a team, you don't have the drive, and you don't have like
the scene, there's
a million things that can take you down.
Totally. or just drugs and alcohol and the lifestyle
That too. Yeah.
Like which I totally understand. So I think like when I'm in Los Angeles, and this was what really tripped me out, and this is I think like with my song Wave Rider, like where the depression really sat in, it was like I was seeing all these people who checked every single box, right? They are insanely talented, they're super well connected, they're easy on the eyes of whatever form, and they're like amazing writers, amazing dancers and performers, and they're just like flawless, and it's like
why aren't they famous?
Why isn't this working, right? Like, and I think it comes down to one, like a scene, like a place that you can kind of build in a community that you can build in, because that you can bring anywhere. Like that's what I love about reggae and hip hop. Like I went to this is a couple years back. I went to like a Chris Webby show, and he's fire, and his whole troupe of hip hop guys that he tours with were all amazing, and they were in a scene, and those were some of the most fun shows I've been to. Same thing with reggae. It's like if you go to, let's say like you go to Cali Roots and you like reggae, you're bound to like all of the bands on that. Like you're not gonna be like, I didn't like them, they weren't reggae. Like if you like reggae, I mean there's different flavors, but
totally.
Yeah, so I think there's that, and then I also think like there's just some really, everybody's got they're coming with their own baggage, and trying to untangle that as fast as you can is important.
Yep.
Like I think, not to out myself, but I think like for me, like I'm so interested in people, and like I have a hard time, and like things that I want to do that like it can sometimes be hard for me to focus a little bit on like, okay, here's all the things that I need to do on top of me playing 140 shows a year in 4 months, and I'm trying to make content, and and I'm also trying to figure out what does that look like, and also like I don't know fully what my fans look like yet, like it's rock, but it's not your like average metal guy, but I've got a lot of metal influences. So I think it either works itself out or it's not, but I'm in it because I like the music and I really like the music that I make, and I'm happy with the songs that I write, and I'm growing as an artist, and I'm doing all these really like fun adventures, and a lot of my dreams are already have come true.
Yeah.
Like that's what's crazy. Like there's some people that I've met that I'm like, damn, like I listened to them when I was like 16 years old, and now they're like telling me that they love my music, or
that's got to be a cool feeling.
Yeah, Jackson from the Elevators hit me up recently, and he was like, yo, Wave Rider is amazing, this whole EP is sick, and I was like, I feel good for a week.
Nice.
I feel good for a week.
Jackson's such a good guy.
Good dude.
And he's so talented.
Yo, man,
so
I want
talented.
them. They're so good. I told him, I literally was like, yo, I'm just so happy to see you finally getting your flowers, because they've been grinding out for years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to see them finally making waves.
Yeah, Jackson came and did a Surfside episode
cool.
here, and he performed a couple songs, just him and his acoustic, and I had never seen him play solo acoustic before, and I was truly like floored. I was like, dude, you are freaking amazing. Like,
I'm like, just
amazing.
sing me the phone book. Just sing me the phone book, Jackson. That's all I want.
Call MB 555s.
Like nothing weird. I like your voice.
Yeah, very much so.
Yes.
Who else do you like? Who's like your ultimate inspiration or your favorite rock star? Like, you got somebody that comes to mind? Or
I do. I mean, there's obviously like you've got your Stevie Nicks. Like she's a badass. Like I think she's super cool. I love Kings of Leon.
Yep.
I'm a huge Kings of Leon fan.
One of my best friends is a huge Kings of Leon fan.
If Only by the Night is one of my favorite albums of all time, and it's recorded by one of my favorite producers of all time,
Nice.
Jakir King, and I'm very nerdy when I get into things that I like, and just the way that they recorded the album, it was just all of them inside a room, and they were all just facing each other and jamming, and I thought that was so cool.
Yep.
Big Kings of Leon fan, big Florence and the Machine fan too.
I've never heard of them.
She is amazing. Like one of those voices that she feels like a fairy tale character come to life, but like I believe her. I'm very like, I'll listen to a lot of things, but I think the things that really get me is when the lyrics really match what I believe to be that person is. And whether or not that's the full story, it's important to me.
I get
because
that.
I want to believe in real things. I didn't come in music to like create some fantasy world for myself. I really just was like, I just wanted a space that I could find people like me and be myself. And that's all I really wanted from music. And I've found a lot of that. And so, no matter what happens, I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be. You should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you.
Like all of these amazing things that you've built, I think it's so tricky sometimes. We get so caught up in like what we're doing and being like, oh, I could also do this. And then I'm like, those other 8 things are on fire in the back where you're like, what did I get myself into?
100%. Yep.
But you don't really see like all the things you built. And I feel that way. Like with live looping, I have so many things that I want to do. I have so many rigs that I want to build, but I would literally need gear companies to build me custom gear to do the things that I want to build. So that's where it's like, that's where I need the help. And
right. So is that's like a direction that you'd want your career to go in, like not necessarily playing with a band behind you, but doing like a live looping, like a Tosh Sultana
type thing.
Yep.
She's dope. I haven't seen her live, and I've only seen a few videos.
I saw her once. I think she was at Cali Vibes a couple years ago.
What was your read? What did you think?
She's mind blowing. Like she's like such a little person up there and all by herself, and the sound is massive.
That's so cool.
Very, very, and the place went crazy for her too. She was definitely like the biggest, one of the biggest draws at that festival. It was great.
Yeah, I've definitely, people send me, because I do the live looping thing, people have sent me your videos, and I'm like, damn, she's like a good guitar player too. I was impressed. I was super impressed. I do a little bit different style, but I think she's a really interesting case study. I think I would love to play with a band, but I also want to be able to do the solo thing too.
Yep.
I think Ed Sheeran does it. He'll play Wembley Stadium, do a full arena on a loop pedal, and he'll also do bands on late night. And I love the flexibility of that. Like, I don't necessarily need to be like the looper girl. Like, that's the last thing. I try to loop, but I try not to make it annoying. Like, I don't want to make it my personality. It's like I've got like a kick drum attached to my foot and like a tambourine like on my neck,
Hitting
so
your
I
head.
can. Yeah, I'm like, you're never gonna catch me beatboxing on. Like,
Come on.
no.
I'll stand in with you and do some beatboxing. For
Okay,
you.
can you beatbox? Prove it.
No.
Do it.
Something like that.
That was pretty good. That was pretty
Your
good.
face was like, oh my God, he actually could do that. I had a buddy when we were younger. His name is Billy Rutan, and he could beatbox like a bastard. It was so
Really?
It was so sick.
Cool.
We would like make him do it, and he would start going and be like,
Yeah.
and we'd all be like, yes, dude. He loved it. It was so good.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the live looping thing, and like it's definitely a part of my sound, and it's where I really got started in music production too, because I'm producing on stage live.
Yep.
But it's just kind of taking a different form, and so like the studio stuff has helped the stage stuff and vice versa. But I would love to live loop, be able to like hold my own doing a live loop show, which I do. I mean, like I toured with Grace Potter last year completely on a loop pedal by myself, and it was sick.
Yep.
Like I was just like ripping around stage doing my thing and having a blast, and I was loving it. I played one stage that was so cool, or two stages actually. It was the Melody Tent in Hyannis, and so the stage is in the center and it rotates.
Yeah.
I was like a little rotisserie chicken, like looping, and it was a blast. And I thought every time I go on tour and do like my 140 shows, I'm like, I should be doing more of the live looping thing. Like, how can I incorporate this more into my records, and trying to fuse the worlds of being on stage and being in the studio together. I'll figure it out.
Were you always like a ham as a kid? Did you like being the center of attention, like in front of people, or not so much?
It's funny. I thought I did, but now as I'm older, I realized that like I think what I got into music initially was like I was always doing like I just wanted to make cool stuff and have my friends see and my family see. Like I would be like the stereotypical kid that would throw the play at Thanksgiving or whatever at the family's
Nice.
family Christmas, right? Like I had choreography,
Yep.
but I would get everybody else into it. Like it wasn't just a me show thing.
Yeah,
Like
no.
that's not what does it for me. It's the community, and like look at this thing we can build with all these people. Because I mean, you run a business and you have so many different interests. Like it's not just you, it's all of the people. It's like you're guiding the ship, but there's so many other people that like
It's many moving parts.
so many moving parts, and all those moving parts require different things to function. So I didn't feel weird about being like looked at or stared at. I was bullied really bad when I was a kid, so I was quite used to being stared at.
Bullied by who?
Oh, I was
Whose
bullied
ass do
everywhere.
I have to kick? Tell me who it is.
Oh man. Well,
Sheesh.
no, I think, but it really did shape me. And I mean, I did like a talent show one year, and like the first year I was like venerated for it, and then the second year like I was ruthlessly bullied, like
Wow.
ruthlessly. I mean, I've had like a knife pulled on me bullied.
Jeez.
And I think some of that was your typical growing and you're changing, and I was trying to figure out my place in the world and in school. I also never stayed out of school longer than 2 years, so I was always the new kid.
Oh, yeah.
And I never
Easy
quite
to pick on the new kid.
totally, and I
Yeah.
like didn't
That
know how
sucks.
people worked.
People,
So-
yeah, people suck,
time.
especially little kids. Ruthless.
Oh, girls too. Like boys have one experience where it's like you guys can play King of the Hill, and whoever stays on the raft the longest is like cool for the day. But
Yeah.
girls, oh no, like they're in it for the long game. That's a different type of warfare.
Ruthless women, man.
Not all of them. That's
It's
the cut.
all of them.
No,
They're
no.
all crazy
I
and
gotta
they're all
go.
ruthless.
Thank you so much, Steve. No, I feel like it's different. We've got some different biology and
That's
some
a
different,
that's a
different
very.
brains.
I'm probably the most stunned by the fact that you were bullied as a kid. I
Really?
would think that you'd be like the popular kid and everybody liked you and you're
Oh
sweet.
my God,
and-
so far from it.
wow.
So far from it. I really struggled with it for a long time, and like it was like a big T trauma in my life where
bet,
like
I bet.
that's honestly why I got into really liking things, because I just avoided people, because I just
Makes perfect sense.
yeah. So that's kind of where it came from. But now I really I love people in moderate,
You-
small to moderate doses. I
You do
love
great
it.
on stage. You own the crowd. You know how to work the crowd.
Yeah.
I've never. we have a lot of great musicians play here, and you get more applause than anyone all combined. You get more applause.
I'll take that applause to the applause bank.
Yes,
and
take it.
No, but you know what? I think one of the biggest gifts that being bullied kind of gave me was I remember feeling so horrible about myself and so unseen and so like misunderstood that I see that so much in audience. Not always, obviously, but I see that so much in crowds where like, especially for the cover shows, like those shows aren't about me. Those are about like the hang and the good time. And I have so many people, and like I get DMs all the time of like, hey, my wife just died, or like I'm going through this and this and this, and like just feeling seen, and like you taking requests really made my day. And,
wow.
And that to me is like, that's what it's all about. It's not about the MB Padfield show. Like I don't need another 10 people telling me how great they think I am. I'll take it. But,
Yeah.
but in the context of the cover shows, that's really what it is. And
Yep.
and it's more fun that way. I've met some of like the old guys, like the local old guys that, you know, have been playing cover shows, and they are convinced that like this show is about them. I'm like, hey man, it's not.
Yeah.
It's like you getting to do what you do, and if they see you, great, but like it's not about you. It's about the vibe, and it's
Yep.
about like the thing that you build. And yeah, just making it like a cool space, even if there's a weirdo. Like I've only kicked out 3 people ever in my lifetime of a show. Like, do you know what you have to do? Like one guy literally threatened to like come back with a gun and shoot me if I didn't play Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. Like a legit threat.
I mean, that's a great song and all, but I wouldn't shoot you over it.
No, a legitimate threat.
Wow.
They had like bouncers take this guy out.
Jeez.
It was insane.
So how do you handle that? Like, you're on stage, do you take a break and be like, dude, that guy's got to go? Or are you just like, please get this asshole out of my crowd now, please, thank you?
I have to check the vibe, right? I've got to see like what flavor, like is this an asshole or is it just a New England dad, right? You have to figure out which flavor
close.
you're dealing with, right? Are they just like gruff? Like I totally get bikers. Like I get it. I understand it. I am one. Like I get it. Or is this like someone that's like a little unhinged?
Yeah.
And you deal with that a little differently. Thankfully, I've got people around me, surrounded constantly, so I don't think anything bad would ever happen. But I try to be nice to people, and like even on their worst day, like is me being an asshole back to them really gonna make it any better? It might make me laugh, but
I liked your Coldplay comment today.
oh yeah,
You're like, the camera's only on me, so no Coldplay incident here.
You like that
What was your thought on that? Like, what did you think of that whole thing?
like the Coldplay incident?
Well, yeah, like those 2 people. Like that dude's a CEO. He's with his like employee, I guess, or like what's going on there?
You want my honest opinion?
Yes,
Listen, whoever you are comes out.
always.
Whoever you are comes out, and
Words from the wise.
And who you are when the cameras aren't rolling is the thing you really should work on. And I don't know this guy. Maybe he was just caught up in a loveless marriage, and so is she, or like maybe he is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, who's to say? But that being said, like, I don't know. Keep your nose clean. Like, I don't expect anybody to be perfect, but at the same time, like,
Yeah.
have some
Don't be
standard for
snuggling
yourself.
at the concert with your
Yeah, like have some standard for yourself. I don't know.
the married coworker.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Like, I don't know. What was your take on it?
I mean, it really is just funny. Like, it's just a funny, like,
Yeah.
like the dude's obviously cheating on his wife. She's cheating on her husband. They're
It's a
just
shit show.
like just caught, like busted, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay. And then like now they're like suing Coldplay. Like the guy's suing them. Like what?
Be like, you like what kind of case is this? I'm not a lawyer, but what kind of case is this? You voluntarily bought tickets to a concert, and like
You were snuggling.
also like when you're a public figure, quote unquote public figure, like there's different media rules that apply to you. So good luck.
Yep.
Good luck.
Do you feel any of that, like being known? Like, does it ever feel different to you where you like, shit, I can't go to that, or I can't be seen at that? Like, does that ever cross your mind? Or
No, not really. I'm pretty I don't think I mean like first off, I don't think I'm wildly famous. I think that's like a sign of a mentally healthy person too, is like I'm aware of where I'm at.
Yeah.
And you know, I've got like so many great people that, you know, spend time and their money to come out and see me. So like I appreciate that. I mean, no more than things I wouldn't go to if I wasn't famous. Like, you're never gonna catch me at a KKK rally. Like, I'm not going to one of those. I don't want to.
You would look great in the white hat.
I don't know about that, Steve. I don't know about that. I don't think that's my vibe. But like, I don't know. I think we get, like, for instance, like, I used to love pre-cancellation. I used to love Ryan Adams. Like, I loved his songwriting. It's brilliant. But, you know, he was canceled for some good fucking reasons.
Who are we talking
Ryan
about?
Adams.
Ryan Adams.
Ryan Adams.
I don't know him.
Yeah, there was underage, there was children involved.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
so whenever there's children...
Dude, anybody doing that shit needs to be freaking...
flayed in public.
They need a bullet in their head.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
And I was on, like, you know, when I was really young and playing in shows, I came across some really dark people, right? Like, because when you're a young girl in a bar like that, like, underage girl, like, you're a magnet. And so I had to be
How old are we talking? Like 15, 16?
15, 16.
Yeah, that's an especially tough spot for a young girl because some of them are not looking 15 and 16.
Yeah, I
but
wasn't.
that is your responsibility as an adult male. It's your responsibility to make sure that child doesn't feel like those dudes made you feel.
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit.
Say that one more time for the dudes in the back.
People in the back, listen up.
Hey, man, if she's too young for you, bro, she's too young for you. Like, and you got to investigate. That means, like, you got to ask yourself those questions of, like, why am I attracted to people this young? And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a pedophile. It just means, like, you need to figure out, like, what is it within myself that, like, I'm not dating people my own age.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So, yeah, so I definitely I always kind of had, like, walls up, and now that I'm, like, you know, a little older, less of a weirdo magnet, a
weirdo magnet.
Well, yeah, like, you know, like, now that I'm not attracting pedophiles, but no, quite literally, I had, like, restraining orders against.
Wow.
Yeah, like, guys
That's
that were
very unsettling to hear.
Yeah.
It just is.
I mean, I learned to deal with it in my own way, which I had to believe that, like, you know what, likely nothing bad is going to happen to me. I also was, like, a boxer. I was really into boxing.
Really?
Yeah, I boxed. My dad was a competitive kickboxer. He toured Canada, and I trained with his coach, and I loved it. In
the back of my mind, I'm like, MB could probably kick my ass.
I'd like to see a motherfucker try.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I you know what? So to combat that, like, I armed myself with not just, like, the psychological skills to like really read people very fast, and, like, I can kind of sort out, like, who's just, like, a little off, like, who's just on the spectrum and who has got some issues.
Yep.
So yeah, so it was a combination of those things, and I can defend myself. Maybe not against, like, a bear. Yeah, and, like, the conversation, and, like, you remember the thing that was going around on the internet with, like, the girls that were like, would you rather be in the forest alone with a man or a bear?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, that was a thing on the internet for a little bit, and so as a girl, like, you had forced to answer the question. I was like, I'd probably take the dude because I know I can't fight a bear.
Yeah.
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 I know I can't fight a bear.
That's probably the right answer.
Yeah, like, would you, if you were a girl, like, what would you say?
I would say the same as you.
Yeah, probably the bear.
Bears are, they're scary.
I was on tour once in North Carolina, and a bear charged at the door. One of the scariest experiences of my life.
Like a black bear?
Yeah, like a little one. But little ones those things can move.
Still 200-300 pounds little.
I'm a snack, all right? I'm like, I'm not even an appetizer.
Put
like,
some hot sauce on you.
Yeah, what is this?
This is our new hot sauce, the Burn Slow hot sauce. Do you like hot sauce?
I don't. Okay. I'm sorry.
I'd give you one, but you don't like it, so that's staying with me.
What have I done? Maybe I would like it if I tried it.
What about Stevie? Would he?
Yeah, I think Stevie would.
All right. Well, then, in that case, that's my engagement gift to
Thank you so much.
your new fiance.
I love this. Okay, so distilled vinegar.
It's habanero.
So how spicy are we talking?
It's hot.
Hot?
It's hot. Yep. Little dab will do you.
Little dab will do you. Okay.
Yep.
Amazing. And so you made this sauce yourself?
Yep.
How did you come up with the recipe?
Well, the bottling company, they're local to Laconia. Genuine Local is actually the name of their company. They brought me a habanero like pepper powder.
Okay.
And they gave me like this basic recipe, so to speak, and they were like, you can adjust this, you can adjust that, and I did a handful of runs, and I came up with that, and I was like, this is freaking good. Like, it's got some heat, but it's got flavor too.
Cool. Do you bottle it here at Surfside?
No, it's produced and bottled at the place in Laconia.
Okay.
But it's the recipe that I
came up with.
Yeah.
Okay. I was always wondering, like, when I see people with like products and stuff like this, like are you in the back? Like, I choose to believe it's just like you're chefing in the back.
The other sauces that we have, the Chipotle Ranch, the Cilantro Lime Aioli, those are all bottled here. We have stickers. We slap them on the bottle. It's all done in-house,
cool.
The whole thing. But
wow,
that's the way we want to go with all of them.
This is like hot ones.
Yes. Yep.
So if
we had chicken wings right now, we could see what you could take. Yeah.
Probably not much. I grew up in New England. And
you're like
I'm French Canadian and
so
Irish.
You're not a spicy. You're like a spice wuss.
Yeah. When it comes to heat, I can get down with a little bit though. I'm not like toothpaste is kind of spicy.
You have lovely teeth, MB.
Thank you.
Lovely.
I like to brush them a few times a day. Follow me for more tips.
Good for you. Well,
Thanks so much.
I'd say we wrap it up with that.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me on the show.
Thank you for doing this.
Big fan of everything that you do, and
as am I.
And can't wait to see where this bus goes.
Me too.
Amazing.
Thank you, MB.
Bye, Steve.
Love you, man.
Love you. Awesome. Hell yeah, dude! That was awesome. That was badass. That was fun.
Come to Surfside Live. Welcome to Surfside Live. Come to Surfside Live. Welcome to Surfside Live. We shall slay the slayer.